more than 50%.
Look, I would have took that as about, look, 50%. Here you go. Let's just go our separate ways. Hit this divorce. But if we making money together, yeah, I'll probably do the same thing. Sit right there in the marriage, as long as those are rolling in like that.
The thing that bothered me though that she said specifically in the interview was like, we're just trying to figure it out and we're trying to figure it out. I feel like if you ain't figured it out in 7 years, you ain't gonna fix it.
That is true. But there are some of those couples that when they divorce, they'd be like divorced for like 5 years and they find their way back to each other.
That's true.
But if I was on Will's shoes, to me, I don't see no way back from that. But again, you did say he had a book. I wasn't aware of his book. Maybe it's because he's not like vocal like Jada.
I think that's it. I like I said, I feel like he said the same thing in writing. It just for whatever reason didn't get like the media didn't pick it up as much as they did with her stuff. And so now we're paying attention to it. But I do think that there could be a difference in like the level of respect that they have for each other. I don't disagree with that part. And maybe she just like putting it all out there and like whatever it does to you, it does to you, like mentally, emotionally, whatever. I don't agree with that, but
yeah, she should have done better than that.
I also would hope that they having these conversations before this stuff is like presented to the public. Like, did he know she was gonna say that in the interview, like in the book and all that?
I don't know. He probably didn't. And y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I'm probably slightly biased because it is Will Smith. Like if it was like somebody else, I probably will find ways for a defense or something. But yeah, I think I don't know. I just feel like there should be a better way to come about it with that. But I wouldn't be disrespected that way. But again, like you said, the book is there. So I'm gonna check out that book and see what Will Smith said. If he says something ugly, then I'll look at him different. But what y'all think about Jada Pinkett saying that Chris Rock asked her out? Do y'all like look at that Oscar thing like differently now that it looked like maybe he was petty, that she turned him down?
As far as him making a joke,
That little,
no,
that wasn't bad.
I don't think that. I don't feel like he made that joke because she turned him down.
So you still see it the same way? Just Will Smith out there being extra.
I mean, I wonder if she said that to Will at some point in time prior to the Oscars and maybe that like, put him over the edge. Like, I wonder if it was another comedian on the stage that said the same thing that had not asked her out. Like, would it have been the same thing?
That's true. But, if she was shocked he referred to her as his wife, I mean.
Well, she was shocked about that.
She just looked like she was side-eyeing him like, you gonna let Chris Rock talk to me like that?
I really feel like though we cannot well, I don't know. I have a hard time placing that blame on her because I feel like one has to be accountable for oneself. And also like and knowing this information now that they had not been together for so long, like not to say somebody can't still have like a hold on you emotionally, but I don't know. I really feel like that was Will.
Oh yeah, 100% Will Smith is definitely accountable for that. But I feel like, there's always a but for me. But listen, I feel like Will Smith has been like emasculated for some time. And when Chris Rock making jokes about his wife, which to me wasn't even a bad joke, or it wasn't funny, and it wasn't like a joke that someone would be offended by. But yeah, I just feel like maybe she does some things or says some things, and to me, I feel like maybe Tupac gives off more of a masculine energy than Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Could just be me. So maybe he got some little comparisons to Tupac or something. I don't know what happened in the household, but I feel like he felt emasculated, and a man told a joke about his wife or his what you call them, separatees? Do they have words for them?
No, I don't think so. I mean, legally, she was still. It just makes it weird. Like I'm trying to imagine because it's like your ex technically, but not legally. Like I'm like, would I ever be that mad?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No, I cannot see it. I feel like it was something deeper. And maybe it's something that she's not saying. Maybe there was, I don't remember exactly what it was, but like maybe there, she did say they were trying to like figure it out. So maybe he felt like, they were making progress towards working back towards each other and he felt the need to like defend her honor. I don't know. Like, it wouldn't have been me. That's all. I
Yeah,
don't care. After all the stuff that happened before, there's no way.
exactly. I'm like, you let August Alsina come up there and slap him because I'm
Right. He
going to
would
laugh,
have got jumped in a bag before I slapped him on the stage in public. But
right? I would have felt bad. See, I was upset with the whole thing with Will Smith because, like, y'all know black people, nobody want to deal with black people as it is.
hmm
And y'all come and make this like Sasha, who don't want to deal with black people.
It's not all of them. It's just, I've had some rough experiences, so it's just like, I mean, like with all races though, but yeah, I don't know. But I don't know. I'm just so oh God, this whole Will Smith Jada thing has got me like kind of like, oh, this is like an emotional roller coaster. I'm not even in the relationship, but I want to get off. Like, I just want them to call it quits. Like, I don't know. And I wonder, did Will know that Chris Rock had asked her out? Before, maybe that was the thing that him saying that probably was like another trigger for him. Like maybe he was aware that she had asked him out when he assumed that they were getting a divorce, and he was just like, "Oh, this man just don't stop, do he? Like, because my wife turned him down, and he gonna, you know, talk junk about her." That I don't know. I don't know what was going through his head, but
hmm
it was a bit too much. Um, I think it had to have been just 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 know having my experience with my own anger, it don't seem like that amount of rage for him to walk up there, slap him across his face. It had to be more to it than just him saying what he said on stage.
I
Um,
agree.
yeah, I
Me
don't
too.
know if you guys
Also,
seen Chris Rock's stand up called Selective Outrage. Um, but if you haven't, definitely check it out. I'm not trying to plug that in, but it's a really good stand up, and he talks about that
I
more
agree.
towards the end of his stand up, and it made a lot of sense. But then it also could have definitely been a publicity stunt because again, they are all entertainers. So like I think Brie, I think you said it, like, this is maybe part of their brand, like to have these roles, because again, they're just characters. They're just characters. So they're just give entertaining. They're playing their role. This is what they get paid to do. So they just kind of stay relevant. She had a book coming out. She was probably preparing for a book, so maybe this made good TV. He had his movies coming out. Chris Rock had his special coming out. Maybe this was just something all that was planned. I don't know. Either way is messy.
Mhm. It
Messy.
is. Hey, look, they put that together. That was some good entertainment.
right.
It
We
was,
all
because you
ate that
see that we're still
up.
talking about it. We are still talking about it.
Ate it
Like,
up.
that's part of history. You know,
hmm
I'm, my kids are going to be talking about this with their kids. Like, yeah, what I mean? Will Smith, da da da, and him and his wife, they had all this drama going on. They're going to be talking about it. Like, just how, we still talk about the whole situation with Marilyn Monroe and, and Kennedy. Like, it's went down in history. They did that. If that was the goal, they definitely succeeded.
Agree. But listen, Jada Pinkett stepped out of character now.
Oh, she did. She definitely did.
She was like, "Look, y'all ain't about to make me the villain because we've been separated for 7 years."
But the
And I
time to
want
say that jump was on the red table. Like you are already,
thank
we don't
you.
care anymore. Like now it's just like take us out the group chat, please. Too much.
Thank you. Like, please
He
stop.
said, "Take us out
Exactly.
the
Take us
chat."
out the group chat. Because yeah, it's like why wasn't that part brought up during the red table talk?
Hmm.
Like you just omitted that? Like, did you forget that you were separated? Why do you think now is a good time to bring that up? Why? Because you're putting out a book and you want somebody to pick it up and read it? Like,
Hmm.
like, I mean, PR is on point. I don't know who she hired or she
Hmm.
come up with all this stuff on her own, but it's definitely on point because it's just like now you got people got us reinvested now because we're like, oh my gosh, what? And then of course she had to throw Tupac in there. That I'm not gonna say I'm sick of these conversations of her with her daydreaming about Tupac, but it's just like, girl,
I
just
wonder
leave
how
it
react.
alone.
I wonder how she'll react when she sees a Tupac lookalike.
Oh, did you
That's
guys
on
see
the man.
the video that she posted of her and Tupac doing like the reenactment when they were younger of Parents Just Don't Understand by Will Smith? I thought
Yes.
that was crazy.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't see it.
Oh
Was it
my
cringe?
gosh. This was a couple of weeks ago. I'm sure it's still on her page. Um, or I think the
It,
Shade Room posted it, or Spiritual World, either Shade Room or Spiritual World reposted it. But I was just like, now that's a kicker. You
that's
and the love of your
trolling.
life dancing and rapping to a Will Smith song.
Yeah, I feel like that's trolling because why does she have to post that? I'm sure she got a lot of videos with Tupac, but why she got to post that specific one?
That was crazy. I'm just like, can you just please let this man rest in peace? Like,
Mhm.
you missed the train. She's probably regrets it. And it's just like, we get it. We get it. You messed up. You didn't choose the man that you really love because you wanted to play it safe. I don't know.
That's
Like,
on you though. Like at this point, please.
you gotta let it go. It's like
Right.
a lot of therapy is needed. Like a lot of therapy is needed. It's just like, what is going on? Let
She
it go. Just
probably,
let it go. Let it go. Ain't that what she said on her?
that's what she said. I can't do her voice, but yeah, she said let it go. But Jada said she refused. But oh, that Tupac thing. Y'all hear that thing about P Diddy? The guy said that he took the fall for P Diddy or something.
The guy that arrested.
Um,
Yeah, that shot Tupac.
Wait, was this the Keefe D guy?
Mm.
I can't remember his name, but they
I
said he
believe there
named
was
P Diddy.
somebody arrested.
Because I've been trying to follow it. I seen something on TikTok and I've been trying to follow the story and I'm like, I don't even know who any of these people are. So that's what was making me kind of hard. And then they was talking about Puffy, of course, and it's just like everybody that he had around is dead. So they were like, this guy, Keefe D, and I hope I'm not tearing his name up or I'm hoping I'm talking about the right person. They were like, he really needs to be careful because everybody else is gone, like the bodyguard and all that kind of stuff. And I was just like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. And there was some type of interview, and he was just like, and again, I got to get these people correct. I do apologize. I'm not prepared to talk about this, but there was like an interview, and the guy was saying like, no, Puffy, said he had money on his head, and he wanted us to kill him,
I really
and that he
hope
mentioned
that's
it to his twice.
I really hope that's not true. But it would make sense since Biggie and Tupac had beef.
Yeah, it would, and they were like, he was really tight about that diss track Tupac did, that hit him up, and you know, yeah, I guess that pin that hit a nerve, and he was just like, yo, we want him dead. And then he was like, well, they had that conversation, and I guess a little while later, or like a couple of days later or something like that, Diddy had a party, and he